Hello, this is Lady B, the Queen of Wellness. I come before you once again with open hands. We radiate in the light, in the might. We lift up our hands through the meditation, through the water flow, through the nature of life. Hear the birds. Hear the beauty of the ocean. Hear the tranquility that is in existing, speaking to you, giving you life in the purpose plan. We reign as we lift up our hands and look up to the universe. We reign. Yes, giving life and being grateful and thankful for another day, for another day, for a precious day. Feel the newness within you that exists. Feel the freedom. Free is letting it go. As we breathe in life and we let it out, we breathe again. Taking it in, holding it, and letting it out. I come before you right now. This is Lady B, Queen of Wellness. Let's get started. I'm giving you a testimony of my life. Today, I let go and I let all my thoughts that has been entering inside of me to speak to you all about my life testimony, my healing, as well as my journey that I've been on, and this holistical approach to healing. It all started from sicknesses after sicknesses some time ago. And I went on down to the journey and I started taking holistical medicine through the sicknesses that entered into my body. Well, I began to realize as I started taking this new approach that it was something that had got inside of my temple that allowed me to take on one sickness after another. And all of a sudden, I began to realize more as I began to go through this healing. I learned this new approach, which is my meditation. And I began to see faith without works, it is impossible. I had to apply my faith in what I believe, which is the universe that captivated me when I was so lost and when I felt so alone and isolated. I went down a road that it was almost like never a return back to civilization. This was some years ago. I lived a very quiet but a seductive lifestyle, doing things that I wasn't pleased with because I was living in all the wrong places. Living in the street, on drugs, living into empty houses, crying up and down the street like a lost soul, crying out for my mommy and my daddy. But I couldn't face them because I didn't feel good about myself and less long to let them see me the way I looked. So I remained and I stayed in the streets and I got very, very thin. My body, I was just swivering up, getting more thinner. And then I began to not care more about myself I thought numerous of times to take my life. But there was a voice while I was in that dark place. It wasn't one of those empty houses. It was nothing but the little light that was coming from like across the building outside. And it was beaming inside of where I would go to stay in this building. And I remember I dozed off, but a part of me, I was always still awake because I never felt comfortable being alone by myself. And then I woke up out of a dream. The dream was so terrifying, but yet it was so real, so profound. It taught me as I woke up and I brushed myself off and I began to walk out of that building, out of that apartment. And I began to see a light like I've never seen before. I heard a voice speak to me. That was God telling me that He loves me. Your God, my God, it's all one God. And I began to realize that I can live. But then, even though I heard the voice, I still had this low self-esteem about myself. I didn't love myself, nor did I like myself. I thought I was an ugly duckling. I thought I wasn't self-worthy to be around people that was smart, intelligent, had it all going on. Had to have a beautiful body, pretty hair, long hair, and I just felt like I didn't fit in. I would always hide. I had this shyness about myself because of my low self-esteem. But I broke down as I began to go further down my life, and I began to not want to live. And then one situation after another more happened. These were stages that was teaching me how to stand up and believe that it's someone greater than myself that can make my life a whole and complete and a wonderful life if I just let go of this vast that eats me, that was eating me inside. And before I knew it, as I kept going around these turmoil, going back and forth like a tunnel, a dark tunnel, just in and out of myself. It took me to almost lose my life the last time. And when that happened, the doctors told me about my life story, where I could have been gone down the road into the ground. But I got a second chance. And that's when I realized the Holy Spirit, which is the manifestation of God, took my child and kept me here to do what I am called out to do, which is to give the testimony of my life stories. The love that I didn't know, the love that I never truly experienced, being in and out of foster homes and juvenile halls and places, other places of the unknown. But as I go through each stages in my life, now that I am a full developed woman, I understand all of that was a calling for my life. In order for me to go through that, in order for me to live and not take my life, is the reason why I'm here now to give you guys my life story, which is my testimony. I live every day, no matter what I go through, no matter what comes before me, no matter what a person puts before me, No matter if I have a bill I have to pay, if I gotta go to the doctor, if I gotta go up and down the street to do something, even on my bike. I've learned that everything that I'm doing is in a divine plan. And when I say doctors, when I was going to the doctors, there was no longer a doctor that I needed, like that I needed before. My doctor has become more into my holistical medicine. And so with that, I've learned that life will send us through a terrific, horrifying experience. But if we give up and we want to commit suicide, or we want to just end it all, how would we know on the other side, which is right before us, the other side? How would we know if we don't face our valleys, if we don't face our traumas, and if we don't face the ups and downs of life? And that's what makes us, that's what teaches us, that's what molds us, that's what teaches us to be the people that we are. We become more encounter of having an intuitive, which is confidence. Because once you have the intuitive, your mind becomes open. And you can see things better through the eye lenses, through the eyes, through the brain, and everything just radiate. And it gives you more clear sight to be able to see the journeys that you've been on. But it's all in a divine purpose. It's all for you to learn about you and what your calling is. Why you had to go through so many years of these changes. It is not to feel ashamed. It's not to even want to tell somebody, and when you tell them, feeling bad because you told them. Everything that comes in our lives is for us to learn, but then it's also for us to pass on. If my life, I've gone down, and all the experiences and the dysfunctions that I've experienced in my life, and if I did not have a stand to stand on, which is my two legs and my full body, if I didn't have a stand to stand on to keep this composure, this body form, this mind and my soul together, I wouldn't be able to share my stories with you guys. So every story and every herb and every experience and every good, bad, and the ugly, that's what Lady B is here. I'm here to bring it on out. And the reason why I'm here to bring it on out is to help you bring yours out. And so with you bringing yours out, it's just like driving down a roadway. Curves going back and forth, swirling around. Each one of us, we're gathering hands. We're holding hands. Every experience that all of us has experienced, we are holding hands, and we are holding each other whether we know each other or not. We do know each other in the manifestation, which is the energy. So whether I know you, whether you know me, we've all gone down somewhat of the same experiences in our lives. And so with that being said, don't be ashamed. Tell it. Let someone know that if you can go through it, they can go through it, and you're well, and they could be well too. And it's not like you're putting your business out. It's just that, as I've learned through all my therapists, because I've had extensive therapists, as I learned through my therapist, I was taught that when we go through these valleys in life, that it's very important, it is vital that we help someone out here and even next door, and even in our own families, because a journey of hurt and pain, a journey of even joy, you must be open to share that. That's where wellness all starts. So if we hold it all and we hold it in and we keep it all for ourselves, no one else would even know the steps that they need to take for them to be on their way to their wellness. So when I'm telling you guys all of the journeys of life, of health, of wellness, of this holistical approach, I am in hopes that you guys will give me that support, because I'm extending my whole self with love, with unconditional love in my heart, in order for you guys to be well as I am well. And I'm still getting well, because I'm still learning every day. I'm on the same road that you guys are going on. My difference is I'm just here in public putting it out. So I'm going to close for now, but never forever. This is Lady B, the Queen of Wellness. If you guys don't mind, subscribe to my page and give me a thumbs up, okay? And I'll see you soon. Much love. Goodbye now.